Hey friends, okay, so today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to celebrate Advent, but as a Catholic, which is very, very different from the rest of the world. We take this time and we kind of step away from the world. That's the whole point of Advent, is to prepare our hearts for the coming of Jesus. And so it's very different from all the cookies and, parties and, decorations and loud music and all of that. It's very different for Catholics. And so I'm going to kind of share with you some ideas. I want to say that none of these are salvation issues. So I just want to put that out there. If like putting up the tree before Christmas brings you so much joy and it prepares your heart for Jesus, then that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. So Advent is to prepare our hearts for the coming of Jesus. And so that means on Christmas, like his birthday, but also for the second coming of Jesus. That's why a lot of the readings are about like the second coming of Jesus, because we're preparing our heart that someday Jesus is going to come back to the earth and we need to prepare for that. So that is what Advent's all about, is having less of the world and really emptying ourselves. That's why a lot of people will fast. They'll kind of give up certain things. It's more like a penitential time. They'll give up chocolate or, whatever, music or TV or Instagram, whatever it is, and they will use that time to draw closer to Jesus. So that's something to think about, is like, what can I do to draw closer to Jesus during this time? So something else people do is they kind of simplify their life a lot more. So one thing is, a lot of people decorate, right? They have the Christmas tree up, but they also get the stockings out and, put garland everywhere, and it's great. There's no sin in any of that. So I just want to say that. So something a lot of Catholics do is they'll wait. It used to be more prevalent back in the day, but some families back in the day used to wait till Christmas Eve and they would put up the Christmas tree. And so like the kids would wake up in the morning and there was a huge Christmas tree and presents underneath and everything, right? I think most families put up the Christmas tree before that, but that is one thing. Like, you could slowly, every week, add a little bit more, kind of like you're preparing for having a baby, right? You're slowly getting the nursery ready, type of thing. So it could kind of be the same way, whatever it is that makes you draw closer to Jesus. And some families will put up their Christmas decorations and everything on Gaudete Sunday, and that is the third Sunday. So the rose, it's the joyful Sunday. So right, like you're prepared, you're like, oh my goodness, he's almost here, I'm so excited. So some families will put up all their Christmas decorations on that day because they're like getting ready for the coming of Jesus. Also, Christmas music, a lot of people don't listen to Christmas music. They instead listen to Advent music, and there's like whole playlists, if you look on Spotify. I'll see if I can find some and put them below. But like O Come Emmanuel, that's an Advent song, and I've heard of some families sing that every night, as their family prayer, and I think that's so beautiful. Most Catholic families have an Advent wreath. My kids made these ones with beeswax this year, and so they get their Advent candles, and so they are slowly counting down every week for the coming of Jesus. I think it's a really great reminder of oh, it's Advent and it's slowly going down and we're slowly getting closer to seeing Jesus being here as a baby. So most families have that. Also, we have the nativity. A lot of people will put up their nativity, but they won't put up Jesus until Christmas morning. That's what we do. We'll put up everything except for the 3 wise men. We save that for Epiphany as well. So that's something we do different. But we'll set up the whole nativity scene, and then Christmas morning, I'll just put it right behind the creche, the nativity scene. And Christmas morning, we'll put Jesus in his little manger, and the kids will sing happy birthday to the baby. So that they can know, oh, this is Jesus' birthday. That's why we're celebrating. Obviously they hopefully know that already, but it's just a big reminder that morning before opening any presents or anything that Jesus comes first. A lot of Catholics do a novena called the St. Andrew Novena, and it's a prayer that you say 15 times every single day, and it starts November, I think it's 28th or 29th. And so you pray that every single day until Christmas. And it's beautiful. It is a little long. I have a video and I'll link it down below, or like a sheet if you want to pray it. But that's an idea. A lot of people will pray read the whole Gospel of Luke, a chapter a day leading up, because there's 24 chapters. So every day you would have that a part of your prayers. Something a lot of families do is called the Jesse tree, and pretty much you have these little ornaments, and starting December 1st, you read the salvation history. So you start with Adam and Eve, and you slowly work through the Old Testament, leading all the way up to the birth of Jesus. And it is so cool. So every year we kind of get a mini lesson on salvation history. I just did a blog all about different types of Jesse trees. I'll put that down below if that's something you're interested in. So we do the Advent wreath and the Jesse tree every single year in our family during Advent, and it's been amazing. It's really, really good. A lot of people won't have cookies and, you know, parties and all of that either. And like I said, if you do all of these, there's nothing wrong with it. The whole point though is to kind of empty ourselves out of the world and really focus on Jesus and growing closer to Jesus. All right, so that's all I have for now. I do have a whole blog with a million other ideas. So if you're looking for some more ideas for Advent, just different devotions, you know, the St. Nicholas, St. Our Lady of Guadalupe, there's a bunch of different feast days. Definitely check it out down below. They're really fun, especially if you have kids. They're really good, fun traditions. But anyway, if you have any that I've left out that you do during Advent, I would love to hear them. But until next time, I hope you have an amazing Advent, and I will see you later. God bless. Bye.